On today's episode, we are going to be discussing about empty nest syndrome, what it's really like.
We're going to just be touching on the topics, the raw truth, what I've been going through with empty nest syndrome, and we actually hear from the other side what it's like to leave home.
And if you are going through this might help you feel like you are not alone and give you a little bit of a warm hug and a little bit of tips as well on how to get through this stage in life.
Hope you enjoy.
Enjoy listening.
Same DNA,
Different opinions,
always honest.
always entertaining.
This is Two's Company.
Your new favourite mother-daughter catch-up.
Welcome back. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to another episode of Two's Company podcast.
Yes.
We're your hosts,
Yes, we are hosts today.
Anika and Marie. I feel like we should add that because no one even knows our name.
Oh,
Never say it.
I'm Marie.
And I'm Anika. Do you remember we used to do that at Alex Marie?
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
What have you been loving this week?
I've been loving a good chai latte in this autumn weather. I feel like the cinnamon, cozy
Love
vibes.
your hot drinks, eh?
I do. Usually it's been like a caramel latte the last couple months, but I've been
yes.
feeling the vibes of a chai latte.
Yeah, how's all that sugar going?
I actually eat really healthy. So, what? Apart from when I'm here.
Your chai lattes are full of sugar.
Sorry,
Syrup.
I don't have wine at night like you do. Oh my gosh. I'm allowed a little chai latte. I have one maybe twice or once a week.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Anyway, that's what I've been loving this week. What have you been loving this week?
Well, I've been loving that it's the most magnificent, gorgeous boy's birthday today.
Who it is?
I wonder who.
It's Diesel.
Diesel's birthday today, my gorgeous little shining star, just beautiful little specimen's birthday today.
Your favourite child.
It's not my favourite.
And your least favourite child's birthday's in 2 days. Me.
She's not my least favourite child.
She is.
I love them all the same. Some I just love a little bit more. No.
Yeah,
No, I do. I love them all the same. Some just don't irritate me as much. You don't irritate me.
at the moment.
Anyway, this is Diesel's day. Your day's in 2 days.
Anyway.
Diesel's birthday today, and I don't get to see him. I don't even know if I get to talk to him. I wished him happy birthday this morning, but I don't know if he'll get it because he's out in field. My little darling. I've got no more teenagers anymore.
You know, he's 20 today, which is crazy. The baby is 20.
I felt like I didn't have teenagers for a long time, though, because he just does not feel like a young little
No,
teenager.
he
He's never
doesn't.
seemed like a teenage boy. He's always just like, he's just perfect, you know.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, so that's what I'm loving today. It's the most magnificent little boy's birthday. Our topic today, though.
This was something that Mum wanted to talk about because she feels like the listeners would really get a lot out of this topic. So what is it?
I think it's a huge thing that we don't talk about enough.
Okay, bring it up. What is it? I mean, people probably know from the title of the video, but
Empty nest syndrome.
how do you feel after it and
I
the
feel,
other perspective and the other side of
yeah,
it?
I feel you only understand it if you've gone through it, and it's like a grieving process, and it's harder for some than it is for some. Some people love it, enjoy it, and they think, yay, party, kids are gone. And some people actually just really suffer. It's like a grieving process. They go into depression. Like it's quite a sad, lonely feeling. They don't feel like they've got purpose anymore. It's quite a big thing that goes on in our lives, and I feel like we just don't talk about it enough.
So obviously you've kind of got one living at home, but still out of 3. But obviously it's very different because she's not here all the time. She's working and
Yes,
stuff.
so I still actually have one at home, but I feel like I've experienced the empty nest syndrome quite a bit because
Well, all your kids are very close in age too. So
they're all very close.
you probably had like all of this kids and our partners, and then you like. So explain it to me. What was it like?
So the hardest thing for me was, yeah, my kids are all like, 3 within 4 years. But what I found the hardest is, I think what hit me the most is it all happened at once. So I got rid of the shop basically around the same time as my husband finding a job in another city, 7 hours drive away. So he wasn't here as much. And then Diesel went to the army the same time as Ryan got his job. And, you know, you had left, I think, just beforehand, but it all kind of happened within that same year of just, I felt like we had a family of like, well, we had a family of 5, but I almost felt like we had 7 because when you and Diesel were here, your partners were here. So it was like this big happy family of 7 to all of a sudden me by myself and then sometimes Geordie being there. And it was such a drastic change. It was so lonely, and I still find it very lonely, but I'm starting to have a little bit more purpose, I guess. But I think because I went through a career change with feeling like I had no purpose left, and then my husband having a huge career change, and it was all about him, and then my kids leaving home, especially my baby going to the army, it was all just too much.
All happened at once.
And I feel like it's taken me, like Diesel's coming up 3 years gone, and so I feel like it has taken me a good couple of years to get over that.
You know, it probably didn't help too, is it? Like, normally you'd have your kids leave one by one and you and your husband would be left at home. But for you, it was like you were kind of probably going through it alone, because not only were your kids leaving home and the house was feeling quieter, but you were also taking on all these other responsibilities around the house that Dad would usually do.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
you were like taking on a whole nother role alone, and there was less people to help you. Like, there wasn't us home to like take care of the chores, the things that Dad would usually do around the house and deal with the animals and stuff now landed on you. So it was like all of this stuff.
Diesel when Diesel was home, he was such a good help. He helped out with, and you were a good help too, but Diesel would do, like, for example, rubbish every Wednesday, and that was just what Diesel did. And then if Diesel didn't do it, Ryan would do it.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, I'm doing rubbish, I'm doing the lawns, I'm dealing with, you know, plumbers coming or whatever. I'm doing all that.
The blue jobs that you wouldn't really deal with beforehand. And it wasn't like you could just like be with Dad and be like, oh, no, it's just us two. You were like pretty much doing it alone.
I know. And I still find some weeks just so lonely. But, and I know a few of my, you know, friends are going through it, and I think and some find it easier than others. But I do think it's a real grieving process. I think it's a time that women, especially, I think it might affect women a bit more. It might affect men. It hasn't affected Ryan, but
maybe because you were more like involved in the day to day with all of us kids.
Yeah, I feel like especially for women, it's like they lose their identity and purpose a bit, because their main purpose has been looking after these children, making sure there's a meal being on the table, making sure that their clothes are washed, making sure that the home is like a nice environment for the kids, talking to the kids when they come home, you know, from school or from work or from uni or whatever, and you've got that laughter and loudness, and then there's nothing there anymore. And I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking from my experience, but I feel like women maybe go through it a bit harder.
I reckon.
And it's like you don't...
Unless the dad's like the sole kind of caretaker.
Yeah. So I'm just speaking from my experience, because Ryan hasn't really like flattered an island.
You've been more at the house, whereas he's been out working.
Yeah. And I feel like when I felt it actually when Diesel got his license, and I was like, oh my goodness, I feel like I've made redundant. You feel like as a mum you've been made redundant. They don't need you anymore, even though they don't.
Not as much, eh?
And you just feel like, so what am I here for? And I don't know if it hits women that almost sacrifice their life and their career so they could look after the children. And then it's kind of like, well, what am I going to do now? Does it affect those mums that are a bit more hands-on? I don't know. But it's just... I
can imagine it does.
It's just like, you just feel like you've lost your purpose. And you're like, what am I here on earth for?
I'm honestly not looking forward to that part of my life at all, because like you think, for me, my one dream is to be a mum and have kids, and then what happens when they're all gone? What do you do? I'm like, that's all I wanted to do with my life.
And you give to these children, and you give everything, and you just love that feeling of them being around, and then they just go. And the thing is, it's like, I saw a quote, I can't remember the quote, but it was something about, you you train your kids the whole life to live life without you, and then when they live life without you, and you're like, you want them to come back.
It's
And
really
I'm happy for every
interesting,
single of my child, like that's outliving their life, best life. But it's just like,
I think it's also like there's so many layers in it from like your journey about this, because you also said goodbye to your career, and it's kind of like if you had a job to keep you occupied, do you think maybe it would have made it easier for you? Because now it's kind of like, what do you do? And now you're trying to find things to get yourself involved in, because like, and people ask me all the time, how's your mum? What's she doing now without the shop? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Because it's like, it's funny because, you know, growing up, you say things like, oh, I can't wait till you guys leave home so I can like,
I know, you know, do
my thing. But now it's here, you're actually like, oh, wait.
It's awful.
And like, what are you going to do? Like, now's your time. Like, I keep saying like too much, but now is your time to really focus on yourself, because you've got no kids to look after and you've got no parents to look after yet either. This is your chance to finally look up, but you're also like the one moment that you've got now in your life, you don't really want it.
I know, but it's also, I said to Ryan actually last night, because I was so frustrated. I was so busy stuff. I've had such a busy week. And I'm doing busy stuff for everyone else and not for myself. And I think it just comes with the role of with Ryan. But like I spent all day yesterday. I was just this whole week has been crazy. And I counted the next night I have at home free is in 18 more nights away. But I was just, you know, and I said to Ryan, I'm just so busy. But I'm like, I haven't got really any purpose. What am I doing? It's because, you know, I'm actually campaign manager for 2 campaigns at the moment right now, so it's actually quite busy. And then heaps of other little things. But my life is very full. I've got always something to do. As soon as I wake up, I'm busy right till I go to bed at midnight. I'm always busy, like doing something. But I'm kind of just feel like I've still got no purpose, no identity. Like you just.
So you're in the moment of like refinding yourself.
And I think most parents go through this. Because I know of a friend that's going through it at the moment. She's finding it really hard. And she's quite a career woman. And she's finding it hard. It's honestly such a major thing that people go through. And it is like there's all those stages. It's like grieving. It's like, what's your purpose? What's your identity? It's like you don't feel like you're being redundant off your job as a mum. There's no noise and busyness and chaos around anymore. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I'd love to reach out to viewers out there and that they can come in and say what helped them through this, because this is such a hard time.
Comment like some helpful tips.
Yeah.
To help other people in the comments or something.
And I know like, you know, I've found, you know, a love for like walking now but I've just dived into more busy things, you know, as I do. I know that Ryan has got such a huge busy job that I feel like it's my job to help support him and be with him. And like, you know, like for example, 2 days ago, he's like, I need to go down to, where is he going? I forget the word. Wanganui. It's 4.5 hours drive. I've got to do Zooms as well. Can you drive me down? So like 2 days ago, you know, it's like, okay, that's my whole day gone, because it's like 9 hours driving as well as 4 or 5 hours down there. And it's just kind of like, oh, you know, and things like that happen on the daily basis.
I mean, being a wife is probably your full-time job at the moment, isn't it?
Well, being a wife to bloody Ryan.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm his wife, PA, driver, everything at the moment. And I feel like right now it's not about me, it's about that. But I honestly think, like, these things about when you're going through this time, reach out to other ladies that are going through it, or men, reach out to, you know, the men or whatever. It's so good to find a hobby. I've just done my beekeeping course and I want to get my gun license and get my pistol license next.
Oh, yeah, you've wanted to do it for ages. And your diving course.
And my diving course. But I think that's important to do, is find a hobby. I'm starting to fall in love a little bit with cooking and baking and doing a few little different things like that. Like I made my little pickled onions the other day and my little homemade aioli and kind of just put that all in the fridge. And
did you?
Yeah, and I'm organising all my herbs. It sounds like I've got no life and I've got nothing to do. I am very busy doing stuff, but it's little things like that to kind of keep you going. And then what actually made my day was actually Anika, the little rascal, came back and she's like, Mum, it's my birthday coming up. Can I come for dinner on my birthday and can I have an ice cream cake? Because she loves ice cream. And I was like, oh, and it kind of gave me a little bit of a purpose to be a mum again.
Really?
So I was all like, oh, goody, goody, goody.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's hard. And I know people out there will get it that are listening that are going through it. So you're not alone. It's hard. And it is such an adjustment. I get why people have midlife crisis now. So what about you on the other hand?
Well, it's not empty nest syndrome for me.
No, but you're the one that's made it an empty nest syndrome. You're the one that's left. So leaving a home, how's it for a young person? Like, do you just feel this utter freedom when you left home?
Yeah.
When I Googled, about this empty nest syndrome, they say it can last for a couple of months to a couple of years.
Oh, wow.
And some people actually go through major depression and got to go to the doctors and get medication.
Oh.
That's really sad, eh?
It is really sad.
And then, and you know what the other thing you have to watch out for?
Mm-hmm.
It says divorce rate doubles when they have empty nest syndrome. Because they almost when someone goes into depression, the other partner is like, it's quite full on and hard. So it must bring a lot of, it must bring a lot of change into the environment, but also if you're a husband and wife that haven't put your marriage first the whole time you've had your children leave and you look at each other and be like, who are you, stranger? I've never put you first before.
So it's still really important to keep your marriage.
So important. And that's why Ryan and I
priority.
have always really focused on our marriage comes first before anything. And so I haven't noticed it affect Ryan and me, but I know that it will affect a lot of marriages. I mean, the rates are the divorce doubles when your kids leave home.
And you know what? Not many people talk about that. And what you've always said to me is growing up, but you've instilled it into me. Growing up, I was like, what? Like, you're choosing dad over us? But now...
How dare she?
I really see the importance and the value in that. And me and Beckham have said to each other so many times before we have kids, we've got to put each other first in our marriage. And I was like, even when we love our kids so much, just promise each other that we will put each other first.
You're a team. You've got to have each other's back.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, my kids are very,
it's easier
very...
said to be than done.
Yeah, my kids are very, close with how I love Ryan. But it's just making that effort of putting that marriage first, because if you don't have a marriage, you don't really have a family network.
It's the foundation.
It is the foundation. And then when your kids leave home, you're like, if you've got no foundation in your marriage, that's why the divorce rates are doubling.
Worse, probably.
Yeah. And then it can even go from worse to worse, your marriage breaks up.
I reckon it'd be fun for couples, go and plan some trips together, go and travel together now that you don't have your kids at home. Go and book some things to look forward to.
If you can. If you've got a husband that can get work off.
If you can, yeah. Or just do some things together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go and do a hobby together.
It's really cute. Beckham's parents have been planning this road trip for their 50th birthday. It was a couple of years ago, but it kept getting pushed back for certain things. They've been planning that, for so long. Something to look forward to, and they're doing it for each other. And I think it's just really sweet to just keep doing things like that. And you guys have gone to Fiji and Canada and done all these other trips together too. It's isn't it so good to have those things to look forward to for each other? I
guess. Ryan did go over there for work, so I only had 3 days in Canada with him.
But that lodge that we booked for you guys, it was time for you both.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing which I'm finding hard is I haven't got Ryan beside me to go and do hobbies and do life together a lot at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got to do little things okay, we've got one night here, we can go away doing something like that.
Or have your girlfriends close to you, do more things with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm kind of just trying to find life with, because Ryan and I was so tight our whole life, and we never did really, and we never really did many nights apart, and so it's all come at once, and it's as you said, it's nice that, Justin and David, or some people, you can plan your trip and you can do that, but it's I can't do that with Ryan. His work is 24/7, and so I think that's what I'm finding extra harder. It's there's that lonely feeling, but I can't stay in that. That's why I went into the B course with Geordie, and you just got to go and keep doing things to keep having a purpose.
To give you joy.
Yeah, to give you joy. Yeah. So can you kind of explain the other end of what it's leaving home?
For me, being the oldest child, I think you always are like a little bit more thinking about the future and leaving home than maybe your other siblings. For me, I was like, when I turn 18, I'm moving out of the house. Like I always said that. And it wasn't like growing up, it was a nice home, obviously. But I think when you're a teenager, you're just like, oh, I just want to get out on my own. I don't want to have rules anymore. I just want to drive wherever I want. Yeah, it's the independence. And I was like, I was craving that. I couldn't wait to get out of school because I hated being told what to do and like where to be at a certain time.
And this is why you've got your own business, so you don't get told what to do.
But like, yeah, I hate it. I was like, I could not wait to get out and be there on my own. And
so you had that real urge of independence.
I did have the urge of independence. I think it maybe is just like me as well.
And do you reckon it got brought up, you went to Canada for 3 months. Do you reckon you got a bit of that? Because we noticed a bit of a change. Like
a little bit.
You came back very independent.
Yeah. I went on a school exchange to Canada for 3 months, and that time really by myself, because I remember when I went to Canada, I was so homesick. I remember like crying on FaceTime, mum and dad being like, can you please just pay for a flight for me to come home? Like I just want to come home so bad. And I was so homesick. But then once I pushed myself, and like you guys were like comforting me, but like pushing me to like, it's okay, you'll be fine. It was really good because I did find like I was fine by myself. I mean, it's hard when you leave for the first time, like because when you're growing up, all you know is like your safety net is your family, and it's very new. But yeah, that did help a bit. But yeah, I was just so excited to like have my own life and go out with my friends when I wanted and eat whatever I wanted for dinner and not be told what to do. And just like, that was so exciting. It was a wake up call when I went flatting by myself. Yeah. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful. Oh,
hello. Oh my gosh. The cat just popped up. Hello, darling.
Oh my gosh. Hello. Oh, you're so cute. It was a wake up call flatting by myself because I was like, I'm so thankful I've been taught how to cook dinner and your coffee, your tea, and how to clean. And there was moments where I was like really growing independently even more when you're by yourself, because you're like, okay, this is my home now. I actually have to take care of myself. There's no one telling me, like reminding me to do things. It's a good wake up call, but it helps you grow up as an adult. Yeah. I think it's very important. Everyone has to do it, right? Yeah. At some stage.
You've got to adult.
But I also love coming back home, and like maybe more so now than when I was a teenager.
Yeah. You appreciate the little things.
You do. And now I'm like, the last couple of years after like being independent, I'm like, oh, I just like want to come home like back to you guys like once or twice a week. And
is it like that comfort?
Yeah, it's just, it is comfort.
Something about your mum and dad's home.
It feels funny when you come back home for the first time for dinner.
Does
and
it?
It was like your home, and now you have a new home and you come back home to your parents.
Do you kind of feel like a visitor?
I did. I felt like a visitor.
Wow.
Not that like you guys made me feel like that, but maybe you guys were like nicer to me because you weren't like telling me to do chores.
Because we missed you.
And I've talked to like friends, when they first moved out too. And it's really funny when you come back home for the first time, you're like, oh, can I have a drink?
That's so funny.
But I mean, like, if you're close with your kids, they will come back home, and we all have to do it. We all have to find the independence at some stage, and you should be proud of yourself that they are willing to go out there and wanting to go do something on their own, and you've raised
that's one way you can look at it,
instilled that confidence in them, and they're excited to go out there. They're not scared. I mean, there's going to be scary moments, but they're excited, right? And yeah, if you've got a good relationship with your kids, or you work on it, because our relationship has not been perfect, Mum and I. No. But we've worked on it a lot. And it's a really good place where it's like, it's really nice for me to come back home, and just, it's like a little holiday when I come back here now, because it's like no chores, no responsibilities.
And there's always that thing that like, I don't think we've got it now, but you do notice it when you're younger. Like I'd go back to Mum and Dad's house and they had like the expensive food in the fridge. And I don't think we've got expensive food in the fridge, but you think we have?
Well, I love raiding the cupboards, see what snacks you guys have.
Moody drinks, for example. You wouldn't buy Moody drinks.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it is really nice. But yeah, to anyone going through that at the moment,
Yeah.
it's only temporary.
And just
It's
know
only
they do come
temporary.
back, and you do get another life, and you do get some purpose.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of keep pushing yourself, and it is just a different way of life now. Start looking forward to grandkiddies. My quote is actually quite going quite well with the topic today. So the quote is, fall in love with your life. Wake up early, buy your favourite coffee, go for walks, eat good food, wear what makes you feel confident, and listen to your favourite music. Purposely create these small moments that make you fall in love with your life.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a really nice one.
And even though you're going, like we just touched on the whole empty syndrome,
Yeah.
but even if you're going, through that time at the moment, just get outside and just do the little things like just read a nice little book, or, just have that quiet time, put your favourite music on at night time when you finish work, and just little treats for yourself.
Nice. Well, we hope you guys loved listening to today's episode and maybe felt a little bit more connected and like you aren't alone if you're going through something like that.
Yeah.
And even if you aren't going through something like that, I mean, if you've got kids, we're all going to go through it at one point.
At some point, yeah.
So it's just important to remember and to focus on the important things in life and not forget about yourselves and the enjoyment that life can bring you through the hard times.
Definitely. Thank you guys. You have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.